Hello, and welcome back to Speak Slow English, your place to learn English one slow, clear sentence at a time. I'm Emily, and I'm so happy you're here. Today, we're going to talk about something that many of you have asked me about. We're going to talk about the airport. If you've ever felt nervous about traveling in English, today's lesson is for you. We'll learn the words you need, the phrases you'll hear, and the sentences you can say with confidence. So take a breath, get comfortable, and let's learn together, one slow step at a time. Let's start by thinking about why this topic matters so much. Airports can feel stressful, even in your own language. There are announcements everywhere. People are moving quickly, signs are everywhere too, and when you add a new language on top of all of that, it can feel overwhelming. But here's the good news. Airport English follows patterns. The same questions come up again and again. The same phrases appear again and again. Once you learn them, you'll feel so much calmer the next time you travel. You'll walk through security with confidence. You'll talk to the flight attendant without fear. You'll understand the announcements instead of just guessing. That's what today is all about. Building your confidence one sentence at a time. Let's begin with some key vocabulary. I'll explain each word simply, and I'll use it in a sentence so you can hear it in context. The first word is boarding pass. A boarding pass is the ticket you show before you get on the plane. For example, "Can I see your boarding pass, please?" Next is gate. A gate is the specific door or area where you wait before getting on your plane. For example, "Our flight leaves from gate 12. Next is check-in. Check-in means the process of giving your bags to the airline and getting your boarding pass. For example, "We need to check in 2 hours before the flight." Next is luggage, or you might also hear the word baggage. These words mean your bags and suitcases. For example, "How much luggage can I bring?" Next is carry-on. A carry-on is a small bag you keep with you on the plane instead of putting it under the plane. For example, "This bag is my carry-on. I'll keep it with me." Next is security. Security is the area where officers check your bags and your body before you enter the airport gates. For example, "The line at security was very long today." Next is customs. Customs is the place where officers check what you're bringing into a country. For example, after you land, you'll go through customs. Next is layover, or connecting flight. This means you stop at another airport before reaching your final destination. For example, "I have a 2-hour layover in London." Next is delay. A delay means your flight is late. For example, "Our flight has a delay of 1 hour." And finally, departure and arrival. Departure means when the plane leaves. Arrival means when the plane lands. For example, "Please check the departure time on the screen." Wonderful. Now let's practice some sentences using these words. I'll start with short, simple sentences, and then we'll build up to longer ones. Try repeating each sentence after me, slowly and clearly. Where is gate 12? Where is gate 12? I have one carry-on bag. I have one carry-on bag. My flight is delayed. My flight is delayed. Can I see your boarding pass? Can I see your boarding pass? I'm looking for the check-in counter. I'm looking for the check-in counter. This is my only piece of luggage. This is my only piece of luggage. Excuse me, where is the security line? Excuse me, where is the security line? I have a layover in Paris. I have a layover in Paris. What time does the flight depart? What time does the flight depart? I need to go through customs first. I need to go through customs first. Excuse me, could you tell me where the departure gate is for flight 225? Excuse me, could you tell me where the departure gate is for flight 225? I'm traveling with one carry-on bag and one suitcase to check in. I'm traveling with one carry-on bag and one suitcase to check in. My connecting flight leaves in 45 minutes, so I need to hurry to the next gate. My connecting flight leaves in 45 minutes, so I need to hurry to the next gate. Very good. You're doing wonderfully. Let's slow down now and listen to a short story. This story will use many of the words we just learned. Listen carefully and notice how the vocabulary fits naturally into real life. Maria arrived at the airport 3 hours before her flight. She felt a little nervous because it was her first time traveling alone. She walked up to the check-in counter and gave the agent her passport. "Do you have any luggage to check?" the agent asked. "Yes," Maria said. "Just one suitcase." The agent placed a tag on her suitcase and gave her a boarding pass. "Your gate is 18, the agent said, and boarding starts in 2 hours. Maria walked toward security. The line was a little long, so she waited patiently. When it was her turn, she placed her carry-on bag on the belt and walked through the scanner. Everything was fine, so she picked up her bag and continued walking. She looked at the screens to find her gate. She saw her flight number and next to it, the word delayed. Her flight was now leaving 1 hour later than planned. Maria wasn't upset. She simply found a seat near her gate and waited calmly, using the extra time to relax before her trip. When boarding finally began, an announcement said, "Flight 225 to Rome is now boarding at gate 18. Maria showed her boarding pass to the flight attendant, smiled, and walked onto the plane. She found her seat, put her carry-on bag in the space above her, and sat down. She felt proud of herself. She had traveled through the airport smoothly, using the English she had practiced. Now it's your turn to practice speaking. I'll ask you some questions. Take a moment and try answering out loud, even if it's just to yourself. Have you traveled by airplane before? What was that experience like for you? Do you feel nervous about speaking English at the airport? What questions do you think you might need to ask? Now, try describing your own experience. Where did you go? Who did you travel with? What do you remember most? Take your time. There's no rush here. Speaking slowly and clearly is much more important than speaking quickly. Let's continue with a few more natural examples, because airports involve many different situations, and it helps to hear a variety of them. Imagine you're at the check-in counter. You might say, "Good morning. Here's my passport and my ticket." The agent might ask, "Would you like a window seat or an aisle seat?" You could answer, "A window seat, please." Imagine you're going through security. An officer might say, "Please remove your laptop from your bag." You could respond, "Of course, one moment, please." Imagine you missed your connecting flight because of a delay. You could go to the airline counter and say, "Excuse me, I missed my connection because my first flight was delayed. Can you help me find another flight?" Imagine you're waiting at the gate and you want to ask about boarding time. You could say, "Excuse me, what time does boarding start for this flight?" Imagine you've landed and you're looking for baggage claim. You could ask another traveler, "Excuse me, do you know where baggage claim is?" Notice how each of these situations uses simple, clear English. You don't need complicated grammar. You just need clear, polite sentences and a calm voice. I want to take a moment now to remind you of something important. It's completely normal to make mistakes when you're speaking a new language, especially in a stressful place like an airport. Native speakers make mistakes too. Airport staff around the world are used to helping travelers who are still learning English. They are patient and they want to help you. So if you forget a word, that's okay. You can simply say, "Sorry, how do you say?" or "Could you repeat that, please?" These are powerful sentences because they help you keep the conversation going, even when you don't understand everything. Every single time you practice these sentences, you are building real confidence. You are training your mouth, your ears, and your mind to work together in English. And that confidence will stay with you long after this lesson ends. The next time you're at an airport, you won't just be hoping you understand. You'll know you can handle it. Let's practice a few more shadowing sentences before we finish, gradually getting a little longer each time. I'm here for check-in. I'm here for check-in. Where's my gate? Where's my gate? My flight is on time. My flight is on time. I have 2 bags to check. I have 2 bags to check. Could you help me find gate 22? Could you help me find gate 22? I think I'm going to miss my connecting flight. I think I'm going to miss my connecting flight. Excuse me, is this the line for security? Excuse me, is this the line for security? I'd like to know what time boarding begins, please. I'd like to know what time boarding begins, please. My suitcase didn't arrive at baggage claim, so I need to speak with someone. My suitcase didn't arrive at baggage claim, so I need to speak with someone. Excuse me, could you please tell me which terminal international flights depart from? Excuse me, could you please tell me which terminal international flights depart from? Wonderful work. You should feel proud of yourself right now. You've learned real, useful vocabulary. You've practiced pronunciation. You've listened to a full story. And you've practiced speaking out loud. That is a lot of learning in one lesson. Remember, learning a language is not about being perfect. It's about being brave enough to try, again and again. Every traveler, every English learner, every person listening to this lesson right now started exactly where you are. And with practice, patience, and kindness toward yourself, you will keep improving. So the next time you walk into an airport, I want you to remember this lesson. Remember the words we practiced. Remember that you can ask for help. Remember that mistakes are simply part of learning, not something to be afraid of. You are capable of so much more than you think. Thank you for spending time with me today here on Speak Slow English. I'm Emily, and I'm proud of the progress you're making. Keep listening, keep speaking, and keep believing in yourself. I'll see you in the next lesson.